Okay, I don't know what we're waiting for. Hey, welcome to So Fresh, So Fat. I'm Pete.
I'm Vic.
This is Sohrab.
Hi, guys. Hello. How is everybody?
Man, we got...
Welcome to my podcast.
Look at this fucking mess right
all
here.
mine.
This mess.
Oh, it's hot. It's hot.
Well, it's a hot towel, dingus. It's hot.
Sohrab's been heating the... Sohrab's mission of this podcast is to use every piece of equipment in here out of context. And he's doing pretty well. He's doing a hot towel face rub. This is, again, the most Middle Eastern thing I've ever seen.
Right. Oh, yes. 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 I love my friend.
Yeah.
This feels good, my friend. Thank you.
He's wiping down his whole face and body with the hot towel.
Please keep your shirt on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
You fucking disgusting piece of shit.
So great. How do I buy one of those?
Well, he has to throw all these out that you use. So
Yeah.
now you have to buy him a pack of them.
Melting my towel with your
Now he's
salts and
refreshed.
your salts and your
Oh, I didn't tell you.
your
So
spices.
this kind of reminds me the sauna. What's it called? The sweat lodge.
Lodge.
I joined a gym where they have a steam room in it, and it's
Lifetime?
Equinox.
Equinox.
I joined purely because of the steam room.
Why don't you just come to the one with me?
Because it's so fucking far, dude. It's such a trek.
So you're giving a plug to this Equinox
So I'm
place.
giving it a plug. It's incredible, but I think because
much
of
is
you,
it?
it's. I'm not gonna say publicly how much it.
Well, I'm going to get Lifetime.
Oh, because are you gonna get it for that?
I'm going to ask them.
I
For a
get
discount.
I got a discount because of
A
show / comedian / went to DePaul. I used a lot.
Well,
of,
you're gonna name drop to get a discount.
No,
Yeah.
I'm doing a show at Lifetime.
You
Oh,
might,
that's right. I remember we were talking about that. A couple
but yours
episodes ago.
might
and
be
I love
better.
them. They're a fantastic
Yeah.
facility. I loved
great.
it. And it wasn't that much. It was $200 a month.
This is like roughly. That was what it was.
I was like, that's worth it.
Dude,
I
it's
took
so
a tour
nice.
and I was like, yeah.
So nice.
Would you go in a public pool, like one of those
What do you mean?
the pools?
Yeah, I
If
would.
you don't stop trying to lure me into a pool.
No, I would
public
not
pool.
go into a pool. I would not do that pool.
Why? You look like you're built for public pools.
No.
Yeah.
Public
Got
pools.
calf
Public
tattoos.
pools are
Oh,
gross.
So the thing is, the nice thing of what I like about Sweat Lodge is a little bit. I think Sweat Lodge is clean though. It feels.
I saw
pretty
Roach
clean.
there the last time I was there.
Okay, all right.
But
Well-
I'm
You know, it was probably looking for that orange peel that he fucking dropped.
it was tiny one, and it was
know
also
about
I
that.
can't even blame them. It's literally the wettest place in Chicago.
Yeah.
It was near the the bathroom.
I
was
like how you plug them and then you just
Shit on them.
shit on their knowledge. You
I
shit
should
on
have
them.
said that. We'll bleep it.
No,
out.
no, we like the Sweat, but Equinox.
I
is-
love this. Is actually it's a testament that I'm terrified of bugs. This is how good the Sweat Lodge is. I still go back. There's a Mexican restaurant I love that I saw a Roach at, and I still go back to.
Dude, there's bugs fucking everywhere, for Christ's sake.
But
Like,
Equinox is incredibly clean, nice. It's like
it's a new
it's
gym.
worth doing. For your point, it's like it's something that's like for your health. You're like, it's not a new gym; it's been around, but
Did you go for the ladies?
No,
You trying to?
I'm not there for the ladies.
You trying to go?
Are there,
Equinox?
is
You
there
tryna-
tails there for you?
Tail.
Tail.
A lot of bronze at Equinox.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he said tail. No, you can't say tail.
You know what I heard the other day that's more upsetting than tail?
Lowering the
I heard
vocals
someone
to
say
tail.
gushy.
Get
Gushy is.
I like when girls are gushy.
Oh God.
Hey, that's the worst thing ever. You're not allowed to say that. You can't sound like that and say that.
I do like
Gushy.
now. It's kind
Ooh,
of.
I like
I
girls
kind of
with-
like it. I like gushy girls.
Oh no! Stop. It's so gross. Oh
Stop.
no.
Oh,
I feel like there's like a Wendy's you're not allowed
Sounds
at.
like
Yeah,
a sex
yeah.
phone app. Hey,
This old guy keeps coming in and he keeps calling me gushy.
Pete's photo is above a White Castle somewhere.
Yeah,
Like,
do not
don't let this
serve.
guy in. And
do you like gushy girls? If you do,
fucking
call
pervert.
1-900.
He's just in the drive-thru
Gush.
whispering.
Oh
Gush
no.
girl, 1-900 gush girl.
This is all the time you've called that fucking phone sex line. This is how I know
Well,
Oh
you
we
yeah,
had
that's
her
right.
wet
We,
butt.
we did almost call a phone.
live.
we did.
We
Wet
live.
butt, remember?
Wet
It was 1-900 wet butt.
It was not 1-900 wet butt.
Yes, it
That
was.
wet butt.
Yeah. We had a whole bit
That's
on
like
it.
a-
We
Yeah,
had
it's
a
a wet
whole-
butt. I don't want a wet butt.
we had a whole bit about
Did
it.
we do Seinfeld talk? Wet butt.
But that's like an 8th grader's porn search. Wet butt.
It's a bunch of dirty diapers. You're
Yeah.
like,
Oh no, this is what guys are jerking off to.
Wet butt.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Like,
fun. Anyway,
jeez.
point is, we love the steam. We're a big health podcast, as you know.
We are.
Yeah.
I just ate a McDouble.
You did. Well, we didn't air that part.
I brought old biscuits in. Give me a biscuit, actually.
I
Give
think
me a
he
biscuit.
ate them.
Craziest thing you ever done.
It's all the.
No, it's still there.
Oh, there's
I'm
one.
gonna take a little piece.
All right, take a piece. I'm glad you like it.
No, I'm just stoned and hungry.
Stoned enough to eat a
fucking
2 day old Cheddar Bay biscuit.
Yeah. Oh,
That is that's like they're in business because of that.
What's the unhealthiest thing you do?
That I do?
Yeah.
I'll eat.
Stand up.
Yeah, that's 100%. Mentally, for sure, it's stand up. Physically, I don't know. I drink. I think I probably drink a little too much. That's probably the mostly. Because drinking it's cumulative, right? So it can catch up. I would like to be able to drink like once or twice a week. Sometimes I go like 3, 4, 5 times. But not like hard, but just the fact that you're drinking 4 times in a week isn't great. Like I want to drink less days than there are in the week. It should be it should be average I'm drinking 4 times in a week, you know?
Beer or
I do hard liquor. I don't drink beer at all. I drink like whiskey and bourbon.
bourbon?
Yeah. So that's the problem too. It's like you guys are drinking like he's drinking a beer right now. One beer is
there
very
anything
different.
you can have in your hand that you don't drop? Could you ever have something in your hand that you? That's why I'm so mortified about the fucking dropping the microphone.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
Something's gonna get broken. Oh, this is also. I don't love the setup of this. This is a little. This is not great. We need the arms from the ceiling. This is crazy. We have 3 tripods. We have all this shit.
Hey.
Is it because I'm uncoordinated?
Yeah, you're not.
Yes,
of course.
you're a fucking
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah.
How many times are you? Look at you've got fucking food all over your face like a fucking toddler. You eat like a toddler.
This is like his intervention. He's like doing crack. He's like, is it because I have a problem? Like, I don't
Look
know.
at you. Look at you right now. God, you have to watch this on YouTube to look at this fucking mess.
We're going to get demonetized. Don't watch this at all.
This mess.
We had to blur Sohrab from the video.
It's scrambled like you're looking at an old porn video. Like you're
eating a biscuit. It doesn't.
You do. He does need to be lined up because he's looking.
I look crazy.
He looks a little crazy.
I know. I was actually going to see if you wanted to get in this week. I got some time this week. You got time this week?
Yeah, I'd love to come in.
Yeah, you need to come in. We have a
fucking car.
Yeah.
Goddamn car race.
There's the Sturgis motorcycle rally happening. Apparently outside the shop.
Yeah, they're hosting some event.
You could walk right into that group and they would be like, "Hey, what bike do you have?"
I don't think with what I got on right now, I don't think they'd really.
Oh no,
appreciate
not that.
my-
I didn't see that.
I don't think they'll probably be like, who's this guy?
They know who Sade is.
Well, I'm not saying they don't, but I'm not like the biker looking dude right now. I don't look like a fucking.
I think you do. I think you look like their accountant.
That was pretty good.
We look like we're there to fix the bikes.
Yeah.
So we look
Hey, fellas.
You're gonna walk over like, hey, we don't need hummus, okay?
Yeah.
Can you please walk away?
That's my biker name, Hummus.
Yeah, it's good. You get one of those jean
Hummus
jackets.
or Hamas?
Yeah.
Hamas?
Okay, true story. I worked with a gal she was beautiful. She was just so good looking. She was a kind soul.
What was this? What context you work with her?
This doesn't sound like good.
She was a
This is gonna
waitress.
end
I was a
well.
bartender. This was
okay.
like 10 years ago.
Okay.
She was She was so nice. Everyone liked her.
Okay.
She was beautiful inside and out. Nice person. Oh, I can't say not very bright. And she thought that
Hummus
hummus.
and Hamas were the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
She thought that Hamas was the smart person way to say.
Is it kind of like when people say gyro and
Yeah.
gyro?
Yes. Yeah.
So
gyro.
she would say it with that confidence where she
Yeah. She's like, I know. I'm right.
we'll have some Hamas
Hamas,
for the
please?
table.
Is it Target or Target?
She was saying Target, but she would say Hamas.
Like instead of LA Fitness, like La Fitness.
La Fitness.
Yeah. La
La
Fitness.
Confidential. Did I ever
that's
tell you
so
that
funny.
story? I told you
No.
that story.
Yeah. You did tell me that.
The confidential
That's
story.
great. It's a great story.
What?
Tell them the story.
So when I was a
How
painter.
do you not have any candy in here?
Can you stop eating for 3 minutes?
No, because now I need something sweet. That's the problem. I had a Cheddar Bay biscuit, and now I need
and a fucking double cheeseburger.
Yeah, okay. You saw a lot of eating. You judged it.
No, wait.
I don't feel comfortable
stop
about
this
that.
podcast right now. He saw a lot of eating.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
That would actually get me to lose
emotionally
weight.
damaged.
That would actually get me to lose weight.
Watching-
If
He's
Vic
emotionally
just kind of
damaged.
followed me around and just like
Yeah.
talked shit
Oh
about
my God.
me eating.
I just am behind you with the story. Like that's it.
Well,
That's
we
what you
should
do?
actually talk about is the origin of this podcast. There's the top.
Well, that has to do
How
with
that
candy bar.
podcast, how this even came about.
We're 8 episodes in. We're 15 episodes.
Probably in, but that's what's interesting was this whole idea how this we even came about.
Well,
this.
I'm cool, and I discovered you as a barber because I find out about hip interesting
but
things.
that's not about how this podcast.
And then I
came.
told him, and then
That's
he
not how
started
this
coming.
podcast started.
And then me and you started making fun of his socks.
Yes.
Yeah.
because
Which
he
she
was
barely
like,
has any on now.
no
Barely
show
has
today.
socks.
but he's comes in with a new pair of socks with a new pattern on there.
Your imitations of everybody are extremely offensive. I do not stand for this at all.
He just comes in with new socks all the time.
Give me the bag of biscuits. You want me to imitate you? I'll do that right now.
And then we were like, hey, let's make a good podcast.
Yeah.
Just drop your microphone. You'll be here.
Yeah,
That'll be
yeah.
But I haven't been in
fall
here.
down.
I haven't
Right.
been in here when it's been busy and people are talking shit in a while. You're saying that girls taste good.
I say that to you personally. We could talk about
Yeah,
that.
but you would say that. You would say that in the shop. You would say that. He would not. Would he not say that in the shop with people here? Girls taste good.
Yeah,
Girls
yeah.
taste
Oh,
good.
for sure.
Yeah.
Girls taste good.
You know what? That's what people like about
All
the
right,
shop.
hop in here in your infant
That's what
son, your
people-
7-year-old son. Bring
That's
him
what-
in the chair.
That's what people like about the shop. Is that?
Yeah, people do like that.
I think it makes people feel comfortable.
I think you got to make the booze more
I
prevalent.
don't need to. This is not a goddamn bar. You're in here for a half hour and you're the fuck out.
But that's the thing. You should keep them here for longer.
Why do they need to be here
You
longer?
can sell
They
things.
can stay
You
if they
can
want.
sell things.
What am I going to open up a goddamn convenience store here too?
You could sell candy
See,
bars.
this is you trying to make an extra buck.
But I'm just saying, this is just
Trying
me.
to be Middle Eastern.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
this is just me being Middle Eastern.
Mercantile.
But you go to Costco.
Yes.
You go to Costco. You buy a
Yeah, you can buy a
bulk candy
T-shirt
and then
you
sell
can,
it
and
for
then sell them.
$3 a pop.
$3 a pop.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think that's a good idea too?
It's not a bad idea. The problem is this is not you can't have more than like 10 people in here. That's the issue, right? So it's not worth to do all this for 10
That's what I'm saying.
people. And
a
I
trip
think
to
it's
Costco.
it's gonna
It's a
get
trip to
loud in
Costco.
here. It's gonna get loud. I don't know.
I'm just talking about the candy now. Just selling.
No, you
the
just want candy. Yeah, you just
But
want
wouldn't
candy.
selling candy be a good idea?
Or just give it away with the alcohol. People would say he doesn't charge for the alcohol.
I don't.
You should. You should be like $5
No,
more.
I
You drink all.
can't. You can't charge for booze. It's
Well,
against
no
the
one's
law.
gonna tell
I'm
on
not
you.
even supposed to be having alcohol in here.
Okay. Well, this
Really?
is actually Frank's barber shop. We're recording this at. This is not Beats.
Do you go to a barbershop to get your hair? If you're in a weird city and you go to a barbershop,
Yeah,
to get
I
your,
used
are
to.
you and you're like amateur hour?
No.
You talk shit.
No.
Do you
Really?
let them? Do you have? It's a network across the. Of like, do you guys have like? How do you guys communicate?
Instagram.
Is it Instagram?
Yeah, and I stopped talking to a lot of barbers over the pandemic.
That's surprising. I've figured message board. Some old
I
school,
figured, like,
something
Reddit.
annoying. Yeah.
no, it was
Yeah.
just I think people like just like how follow comedians. It's a whole scene.
I
Sure.
hate comedians. Aren't they the worst?
I've unfollowed and muted a lot of people.
Oh my god.
The longer I do
I
comedy.
mean, I'm sure.
You guys seem to be a tight knit group. I fucking hate comedians.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, since the pandemic, I stopped following a lot of barbers and stuff like that, just because it's just like I'm not interested in what they're posting, and it was especially just during the whole pandemic.
Oh, you don't want to see their opinions.
Yeah.
yeah, because
like,
people stopped
you're-
posting about their job because they weren't working.
Right.
So like,
So
here's my
now-
life. And you're like,
right.
fuck your
Oh,
life.
that's an interesting point. Yeah, you're not posting about the thing that you're doing that
Your
people care about.
service,
Yeah,
or-
your
yeah.
service. Yeah.
You're doing
Right.
your real
So it just
you.
kind of rubbed me the wrong way on both sides. So the way people just were talking shit about stuff, and I was like, this is not. I don't want to see this.
Yeah, people got real like, weird. I think people felt like they needed to be like, hey, you could have just not said anything.
What's your
Right.
favorite stereotype of barber? Do you like old Italian man? Do you like young, young, hair hungry kid, young kid, wet behind the ears? Do you like
Cool black
Edward
dude.
Cool black dude, Edward Scissorhands, Eastern
I mean, I
European
don't have
guy?
like you're asking me like, am I going on a dating website?
you like- do you like
what,
the-
what kind of
What's your
barber-
match?
Yeah. What's your match?
Do you like the barbers that wear the black gloves
I
and they have,
know.
Oh, I've
they have
seen that.
curly mustaches? Yeah.
Hipster barber, I'd say
Yeah.
that's a hipster
Yeah.
barber.
What would I be?
with the
What
apron.
would I be? Would I be the hipster barber?
Yeah, you're a hipster barber.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah, but you're a cool hipster barber.
Yeah, you're not pretentious.
You're not pretentious.
You're not pretentious hipster
Yeah.
barber.
Well, definitely not that.
Like
Yeah.
you don't have like an apron that's like with your initials and shit.
It would be cool if you wore an apron.
we used
Slovenly
to wear,
bastard.
We used to wear.
He has
aprons,
the I like what they wear now. It's like the jumpsuit.
Yeah, the
I like
jumpsuit's
that.
cool.
Yeah,
Would
But
you
you
wear
don't
that?
wear the jumpsuit. You wear the jumpsuit too.
sometimes. Yeah.
You would look so funny on stage with a jumpsuit.
Me?
You look like a mechanic.
Well, you always look like a mechanic with a jumpsuit on.
I
That's what-
just mentioned him
yeah.
with the
Could you
real-
even get one with my side? You have to sew two together.
No, they would definitely make them. Dude, you got to think about their contract construction people who wear those. They're
Oh,
big
big
dudes.
fat fucks.
Yeah.
Big
Big
fat
dudes.
construction fucks.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it was just, but like where I was going to this before we even started was just talking about you came to me, you text me, and you were like, hey, PBS is doing a thing on me. That's what I was talking
this
about.
is what you're saying.
Like, that's where I was talking
What's going
about.
on with that, bud? Tell people about that.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. Apparently, it's in the final rounds of editing. It's going to come out.
Yeah, episode PBS did this thing on comedians in different cities, and Sohrab was for Chicago, so that's going to come out. So keep an eye out.
I hope
that.
I'm not going to watch it.
We had a good episode in here, though. We did basically a podcast in
well,
here.
that's what I was trying
Oh,
to tell
I
the
forgot they did that.
Yeah.
There was the three of us?
There's three of us in here.
Yeah, that's when I was trying to tell the origin story of this podcast.
Oh, that'll be fun. I forgot they did that. That whole week was terrible for me. So
that's why I'm trying to tell the
I
audience.
had a lot of memory loss from that.
Let me tell the
there's a lot of things I
story
forget.
so you can remember and understand what
Did we say while we were doing that this would make a good podcast?
I'll tell you the story of what happened. Jesus Christ. Let me tell the story so you understand what the fuck we're talking about. You called, and this is exactly how it went, this podcast origin. You text me. You were like, hey, PBS is doing a special. Do you want to come in? I want to come in the shop and film. And I said, yeah, that'd be fine, but we have to do it after hours.
Okay.
And you were like, okay. So we organized it, and then I called Vic, and I was like, hey, or I asked you, I said, why don't we ask Vic to come in and stage it like he's a client waiting, and we'll just roast you in the chair.
Oh, I forgot I was getting a haircut for it.
Yes. You came in. That's why I'm trying to tell the story. This is the story. So you came in, and it was like we were acting like, hey, you're coming in and getting a haircut, and Vic was in here, and we roasted
faked it,
you.
the whole thing. Yeah.
So we staged
Was anyone
it.
else here?
No, it was just the
crew.
The
But,
crew.
yeah, but it
the
was
filming
just us.
crew. And then you left, and then like a day or two later, you came in the shop and you were like, came up to me and you were like, hey, we should do a podcast. That was really fun. Just rip it on Sohrab. And I was like, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but that's all you guys do.
But wait, so he just said that. He said that. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then like 2 months later, there's a group text with all of us say, hey, this is Tyler. He's doing the podcast. When are we going to start recording this podcast? And I was
who did
like,
that?
I think you and I ran with it, and we just like got Tyler
and you
on
just
board.
just threw it at me like it came out of nowhere, and I was just like, "Wait, what?"
We're like,
I
we're
was-
using your shop to
Yeah.
record an episode.
and then I responded with that. I'm like, "Hey, just to let you know, I could only do it in here on Sundays."
Yeah,
This
you
is
were,
the
you were
only-
being a little bitch about it. That's right.
Well, no, because we needed a day to do it, and I said Sundays are the only day that we're closed, so we could do it here on.
Well, you
Sundays.
have a whole back room.
Yeah, but you can't do it during business hours.
That would be wild.
That's how they did No Jumper.
What are we getting at?
Yeah, what are you getting at?
No,
He's
I'm
just
just
saying the story.
I'm
yeah.
just telling the story to the audience.
But also, that's funny you bring that up because
I thought
that's
I
why it's
missed something in
Sohrab's
our
dream.
lineage.
Because on that pilot for PBS, he was actually getting a cut, and every time he comes in
It
here to
wasn't,
do
a,
it,
it wasn't a pilot.
or when the real thing,
Yeah.
that's why he always wants you to do stuff to him on air because that's what happened the first time. So he's holding on to that. He's like, "Please line me up, give me a haircut," and we
Yeah.
don't do it anymore. We actually
Right.
just talk. That's what I
So-
told. I was like, "This is for PBS," which PBS is obviously like pretty family friendly, and we're like, we can't use half of the. That's
Yeah.
why we said let's do it as a podcast. We can say what we want.
They sent me a list of all the things I had to edit.
Was it quite a bit?
Pretty funny. list.
Are they keeping my roast of you in there?
I'm sure that you're gonna. Yeah, I'm sure that. I
I
hope
asked for
so.
that to be in.
Yeah.
I said Sohrab looks like the only fat chemo patient, and that was the opening line. And I was like, they better keep this.
We did
in.
a lot of silly shit with them. We went to the sweat lodge.
Yeah, you did a lot. It was
When
that's
they
how
got that shot of all of us showering next to each other. That's gonna be really funny.
very good. Yeah, I hope they.
They got a lot of sweat lodge stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was embarrassing because I talked to another comic. I was in Atlanta, and this other, Ian. Ian's so funny.
Ian.
Aber.
Oh yeah, I know Ian.
He's so
Yeah.
funny, and they did his episode was all stand up. That's all he
That's
did.
good. What you did, you changed it up.
I didn't do shit. I didn't do any stand up.
You just
Because the other Ian's was literally like open mic,
Yeah.
show, road show.
They're like, this guy's just eating and
Yeah.
doing
They asked me,
services
they're like, what
around
do you? And I'm like, what do you
Chicago.
do? And I was like, well, I eat a lot. I go to the sweat lodge. They're like, well, do you do stand up? And I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah, that was funny because the
Yeah,
one
I
week he was
do
doing the
that.
show,
I do that when I'm not doing the other thing.
When I'm not eating, I'm
Yeah.
usually trying to do stand up.
it was so funny because that week he's just taking them all around and he's like, no, I have a show. And they're like, can you please take us to your show? And you're like, no, I'm doing a spot. And you were just like luring them around your day. And you finally took them to a comedy show after all that.
Well, I told him I was like, I don't do open mics. I do shows, and I'm doing take you to good shows. I'm not gonna take you to bad shows.
That would've- yeah.
So we did like CYSK, we did Laugh Factory, we
Yeah.
did
We did
Lincoln
some
Lodge,
great
we did
shows.
all the good. I didn't do Coles. I did Coles. That counts.
Yeah. What's the last open mic you've been to?
Coles. I love Coles.
Cole's is good. You drop in there.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
that's a room.
It's a room. It's a show.
That's a show.
It's fun.
That's a damn show.
Really good. Cole's is like legendary. I think the oldest open mic in Chicago.
I love it.
10,
It's the
10
best
plus
place
years.
to work on material.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Logan
Cole's.
Square.
Logan Square. I love the bar too.
Wait
It's
a
so
sec.
fun.
It's the longest running what?
Open mic.
in Chicago. It's been running for like 10 years.
It's a stand-up open mic. It's not at all arts.
Dude, I remember when that bar opened. How long has that bar been open?
It's been there for a minute, right?
Yeah, it's been there for a while. Cole's, the one by
I-
Emporium.
But like I said, I don't forget. I lived in there since 1996 or
I
something.
think it's from the 90s. I think it's like 94, 95. Yeah.
No, it was not. It was in the 2000s.
I don't think so. It doesn't look like it's
Seems
from the
like it's been
2000s.
there for a while.
Might just be an old building, but I was just assuming.
I
it's been
think
there.
Cole's has only been around since 2000. That's why it's really weird to hear that they've had the longest running.
Yeah. And some crazy people like used to run like really now famous like
Hannibal pops into that
Hannibal
one
pops
when he
in.
still does stand
Well,
up.
I know Logan Square's a fucking hip neighborhood now. That's
Arsenio Hall was there once.
really.
I think.
He's funny dude.
who?
Good teeth.
I think it was Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio Hall
Someone was
from Coming to America.
someone big, someone huge. I heard the name and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
It was someone big like that. It was
So
someone
Cole's
like old
is,
school.
So is Cole's known as a comedy place? 'Cause I
It has
thought
the
they
best.
used-
It has the best open mic in the.
But
It
it-
has some good shows. I've done some fun shows
But
there.
because I know they do a lot of bands there too. I don't know if they're still doing that,
They
but
do a lot of bands. Yeah.
I need to go. What's a good place for me to go see live music?
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna take you to the Cobra Lounge.
Okay, I've heard this before.
We'll go to the Cobra.
Cobra
Oh, you
Lounge.
really want to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
We should do an episode of the Cobra Lounge.
I just went to the Cobra Lounge.
Well, who'd you see?
did she last night?
Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was amazing. It's a
sounds
guy who
fun.
dresses like Sasquatch and plays a saxophone. Like
I
straight
was-
up.
that's-
And he's
that's
like,
what I
like
wanna
a
see.
DJ and all that. It
I
was
saw
fucking
that.
great, dude. Mushrooms hit. Just
We'll
right
go
at the good time.
to we'll go to Cobra Lounge or Empty Bottle.
Empty Bottle, I've heard that too.
We'll go to a hardcore. We'll go to Metro. We'll go to a hardcore show.
Yeah.
at the Metro,
Yeah.
that's where they do hardcore shows now.
Now, yeah.
No, hardcore shows. I don't know there. Okay,
Where do you go?
Maybe not your kind of hardcore where some guy's taking a fucking dump on the stage like Gigi Allen. But yeah, they
but what do you
do-
consider hardcore?
I don't know. Whatever the kids are listening to.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. What would you when you say a hardcore show? How would you know what? Hardcore
I don't know
show
enough
is
about
that?
hardcore. I like metal. I don't like hardcore. I don't like that
Okay.
side of it. So I could tell you go.
I don't wanna see
metal.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you do. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna have
So
a great time.
loud.
Yeah, but
It
that's
is.
the point.
They are loud.
Let some of that. You know what? You wear your cheapest Express, and you go there. We'll get you in the pit. You'll throw you throw some elbows around.
Do you ever I mean, do you
I
ever
used
fuck
to.
around people in the pit?
I used to, but not anymore. I'm too old. I don't have insurance. You're gonna get knocked around. You're gonna get knocked around.
This feels like a stand-up bit. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't do the pit, man. I don't have health
I'm
insurance.
fucking health insurance.
Yeah.
34 years old. If you're 30 and you're in a pit, you're trying to prove something.
Something, yeah.
You just got divorced.
Yeah, it's that to open mics for you. Yeah, it's a real swift transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I always saw that, and I was like, "What's the appeal of this?" And I'm like, "There's some angst people are working
Some
out."
angst in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't even go to shows like that anymore. It's too much.
You have hand tattoos. You love shows like that.
No, I don't. I don't like so much violence.
they would probably look at him, and be like, "He's probably down," and try to fuck with you. If I come in like this, they'd be like, "This guy's probably just
Yeah.
he's just here."
The
For
last hardcore show I saw was probably Death Grips. They're great. You'd love them.
No, I wouldn't.
No, you would actually.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay,
I
well, I
know.
don't
I
know.
know they are. I don't like them.
my cousins in India, were, I don't. They used to play in a band, and they used to do like the screaming, the throating. Yeah, they used to do that. Can you imagine two Indian guys? It's very
There's
funny.
a really good Indian metal band out
yeah,
right
there's
now.
some good. There's some good ones.
I forget their call, but a friend of mine showed me. They're really fun.
And it just was. I don't think they do it now because it's like one guy has a wife. He just got married. He's like, I can't be like.
Could you
screaming.
imagine there's like an Amish metal band?
It'd probably be incredible.
If it's-
Playing a barn.
Yeah.
With the pitchforks.
Oh, I have a local band to shout out. I did a show with them years ago, and we just stay connected on social media. Dead Lucid. Have you heard of them? Great Chicago band.
No.
They're like on tour right now. They play they play like Empty Bottle and stuff. Very good. We should play some of their stuff.
Well, yeah, do a little sample because I need to hear
Yeah,
it.
we'll
I don't
play.
know what it is.
We'll play it on here. Dead Lucid. I want to shout them out.
Okay.
And then so we were giving some. We're good about giving art recommendations.
Yeah, we're not just out here
Yeah,
shitting on
yeah.
small businesses.
We're not. We do shit on a lot of places, but we do give people props.
Don't say we.
Yeah, you're surprisingly, there's not one business in Chicago that you're like, I fucking hate that place.
I mean, there are, but
Like
I just
who?
don't talk about it.
Ooh, give us
Because
one.
I don't need to talk about it.
I guess this is kind of our whole thing as comedians, though. We have to find
I don't
shit
like.
to have
I don't want
problems
to
with.
yell at. I don't want to talk about other businesses.
Conflict
I don't
is
like when
our
businesses talk about me.
No one's talking about. You're not doing anything wrong.
It doesn't matter.
You're actively taking people's money and giving a service.
Yeah. There's. I mean, I don't like.
You ever-
Olive,
wait,
I don't
you
like
ever-
Olive Garden. I don't like a lot of the
that's-
chain places.
You don't like the Zoop. What's the soup called? People love
Zoop. It's called Zoop. I fucking hate that place.
What?
Zoop.
Zoop.
Stinks. Zoop stinks.
Zoop.
Zoop is a real place.
It's called
Zoop
Zoop.
is a real place.
And the
It's
Z
really
is
bad.
in like green. I
Yeah.
hate the font.
The
Where's
font
that?
is stupid. It's
Yeah.
a really bad business.
So
It's a bad
just
business.
shitty corporate kind of like lunch spot.
Yeah.
Zoop.
It's like
Is
where
it in
you-
Chicago?
Yeah.
There's one in Chicago. Yeah, it's where you go to get fired. That's where you go when you
They
get
take
fired.
you there as
Yeah.
your final. That's your exit interview.
That's your exit interview. We're going to Zoop. Fuck. It's funny. Zoop caught a stray. Zoop caught a stray bullet.
Yeah.
They're-
Zoop,
they're-
you thought you were safe?
yeah, not from us, dude. Not from
No.
not from the business busters.
Business busters.
Call in. No, seriously. If you have a business you hate, let us know. We'll talk
I want
about
to get
it.
to the
We'll
point
disparage them.
when we get to this podcast is big enough where we have like our fans that are loyal to us that will go and like write negative reviews.
That's why I'm doing this.
That's exactly
Well,
why
no,
I'm
but
not
that's
doing
why
this.
I'm doing this is because I finally have a weapon. I finally have a weapon when I
This is
have a
terrible.
terrible experience in a business, and I'm like, you know.
Also,
what?
by the way,
I'm going to talk about
I
you on
realized
my podcast
for our listeners, you know how like Tuesdays of stories they call them the gays. Their fans are called the gays, right? And then everyone has like their thing. Ours,
yeah.
what are ours going to be called? The fatties. I think that's our fan base.
The
The
chubs.
fat-
The
chubs.
chubs. The chubs.
Fatties though, because it's more some of the name, but chubs or fatties is what we should start to. So fatties out there, protest Zoop.
We need to make this happen.
Yeah. But I was going to ask you, you ever get a negative review on your barbershop? Do you ever respond to those reviews?
I
on
respond.
the Google?
I try to respond every review.
Are you cordial or are you?
I'm always cordial because you know what I've
public.
learned. Well, no, not even that. I've learned that 9 out of 10 times when people write a review, I understand they're afraid to say something to your face, so they're going to talk behind your back. But once they put it out there, I feel like they're going to expect some backlash from their review also. So when I reach out to the person, I'll usually reach out to the person and be like, hey man, you know, like I'm sorry you had a bad experience. I'd like to hear what happened. And it's usually they're like, it was a miscommunication or something. Because I'm guaranteeing you, I know right now, like people are like, I had a bad review the other day, and he's like, he rushed through the haircut, and it didn't look good. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, there's no way Johnny, Kristen, myself, or Matt would rush through a haircut number one. And if we do rush through it, well, I would never let you walk out of my business looking like shit. I know they would never feel comfortable.
So what did you offer him anything?
No, I said contact me, and then for some odd reason the review was gone. It got off Google.
That means they deleted it.
Yeah.
That means they liked what you said and they
Yeah,
deleted it.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's
good.
a perfect
what you should do.
resolution.
But
Yeah.
do you offer something? Or are you like, come in and I'll give you like 15% off or whatever?
No, I'll usually, like I said, it depends on the situation. Like I kind of deal with the situation as it comes to me.
What do they normally complain about? Price,
No,
haircut,
usually
talking about women being delicious.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't like the locker room talk.
You know
at
what's
the
really
barbershop?
what I'm really shocked about and really
Shabacked.
I'm really shocked. What I'm really proud of actually is that Reddit is a popular thing apparently with a lot of millennials. True.
I think it's stupid, but other millennials like
Yeah,
it. Yes.
it's the thing.
Well, whatever. So apparently we're very popular on Reddit. So I'm getting a lot of millennials coming. I'm like, hey, how did you hear about the shop? And they're like, oh, Reddit. There's a lot of good positive feedback about you guys. And I was like, wow, that feels really nice that, you know, people that in a review in message boards and stuff are happy with it.
Yeah.
So whatever we're doing it the right way.
Yeah, you're huge in the rockabilly subreddit.
I'm sure that's a thing. I don't know how it works. I've never seen it. I don't know what the comments
Well,
are.
you should
what it looks-
pop it. You should figure it out. You should.
I mean, I don't really could be careful that.
Yeah. I know.
you should just Google Reddit Pete's Barbershop Chicago and just see
Yeah.
what comes up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm grateful that people are writing nice things about me. And it makes me feel good that I'm doing a good job in my business.
That's the fun thing about like what we do is you had to kind of go to Google and like search it for stand up. If we post a clip, people just right there. It's right there.
For
you
sure.
can't avoid it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm talking about, like reviews and stuff like that. Like, do they matter? Yes, they do matter. And do I have to read them? Yes. And I have to respond to them because, like I said, as a business owner, I don't want anyone to have a bad experience in my business.
I've had so many bad experiences.
Whatever. But that's the thing is, like I said, that's what's interesting though, is like all the shit that I say, which is a lot, and everybody respects it, and they're like, this is just Pete being Pete. He's just being a goofball.
Have you considered doing an illegal gambling thing in the back? Well, I mean that.
But gambling is legal, so.
But I know,
Not
but
the-
you're going to do illegal gambling.
Well,
do
so
it.
I got to do it again. What makes it illegal?
I think money, like you can't do that. Like
I
that's
think you need
illegal.
an Asian
Yeah.
dealer. I've seen that in movies.
An Asian dealer.
Yeah, I feel like that's
That's what you got. Seriously,
Yeah.
if you open up an illegal gambling parlor, you have old Asian dudes show up right
Yeah.
away.
Okay.
The first
That's
night.
their thing.
Yeah.
Is this going to be my new
Well, you
marketing
just
ploy?
you act like a casino. You have money. People buy chips from you, and then
you keep whatever.
you keep a cut, and then you know, sell booze.
Sohrab is really trying to get you to open up a side business in your business.
I know. At every step. This is the third time he's brought this up. And you know what you should do? You
He
should
can't
have-
help it. This is what they do.
I know. Why?
You're not diversifying.
Yeah.
What do you do to diversify your business?
I sell weed.
Ah.
I sell marijuana. No, we should cut that out.
Well,
We'll have to cut that out.
Unless you're interested.
Unless you're interested, send me a
You
message.
can send me. Send me. Where can we send that message?
WhatsApp.
What's that? That's such a drug dealer platform.
I don't even know what that is either.
Oh, you don't?
That's not surprising.
That's like if you meet a Eastern European guy throughout. Hello, you're beautiful. Contact me on WhatsApp. My number is 1573573755545 Then you got to put in the code, which is 3754. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of. I don't know what it is, but a lot of WhatsApp groups about like crypto.
Yeah, if you want to buy cocaine, WhatsApp is, and you don't have a source.
Actually, I think I have the app on my phone.
You do?
I think, but I never looked at
You can
it.
get a prostitute too.
Really? Through
Yeah,
WhatsApp?
through WhatsApp. You used to have to go to Backdoor. Backdoor was a funny website because it was like babysitting. I mean, no one's coming to Backdoor.com. Find a fucking babysitter.
I don't.
Unless it's the prostitute doing it. Because
Yeah.
if it's the prostitute also babysitting, amazing.
That's like a fantasy right there. You get a prostitute babysit. That's what you want, don't you? That's its own category.
It's definitely a category.
Maybe that's what I want. Let's cut that out. Yeah. All
I
right.
like it.
Well,
I like it.
we got to wrap it up. Any last minute plugs, Pete?
Pete's Barbershop, Check me out. The Coffin Banger Show, or DJ Coffin Banger. I'm going to be doing that podcast music one. That's the only plug I got.
Yeah. Shout out to all the fatties who've been listening week over week.
Come on.
Hey, yeah. Let's give a shout out to those
Let's
fatties.
give it a shot. And not just Sohrab, we mean the other people. We really appreciate it. I'm at Vic Pondy on Instagram, all the things. Keep an eye out. More shows. I don't know when this is coming out, but tour has kicked off. So check out Vic Pondy for all the dates.
Sohrab, you can come to Sohrab's Barbershop, and then you can check out I'm a DJ too. Grave Stuffer, DJ Grave Stuffer.
We should go shopping at Express and be like,
Nothing at Express.
I
is
know,
gonna
that's why I
fucking
said
fit
that.
me.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
We can do a bit where I go to Express and I'm just sobbing.
Just ripping through all the
Where
clothes.
is it? There's nothing here for me.
There's no big and tall section.
Or I could just go to Express and I just will this fit? No. Okay. Will this fit?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Will this fit?
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.